everybody. So got the Dodge today. Picked up some new lights because these ones are trashed. They've been trashed over the years. Just dealt with it, and then being I have glasses now, it's hard to see at night. So picked some lights off Amazon a couple weeks ago, and I haven't even looked at these yet. So this one's actually the left one, but it's pretty much what you get. They told me it didn't come with bulbs, but it came with bulbs. I changed these ones out a few years ago, and they were actually the original ones for the 96, so made it a long time. So first thing we're going to do is turn the lights on, and then I'm going to try to figure out exactly on the wall where the light sits. When I put my new lights in, I can try to adjust them. So here we go. Alright, so it's a little hard to see, but I got this insulation that was painted on one side. So light's going to be about there. This one's about there. So right side looks like it's a little farther down. When we put our new lights in, that's what I'm going to use to try to center the lights. And it's not going to be perfect, but it should help me out quite a bit. There's also going to be a link to Amazon where I got the lights as well as the camera that I'm using today. So if you guys want to click on that, that'll take you right to Amazon, show you the exact product I bought. And this will be for the 1996 Dodge Dakota. So I got my light kind of set up because the light sucks in here, but we'll take out all these little screws around the headlight bezels and the grill so that we can expose everything. Okay, so I lied. There's 4 bolts behind this battery right here, so I'm going to go ahead and get all the battery cable loose. Get that one, we want this one. Always do negative first, in case you touch any framework. You want to sit there and ground it out. Has positive loose there, and then my battery's not strapped down. So, and then see if I can zoom in here. Remote control, by the way. Probably won't be able to see it, but the 4 bolts are back here. So you just gotta unclip the, I guess, hope this doesn't throw the camera off too much. There's a little connector that goes in there. And your bulb comes out like so. And I'll show this more. Okay, so you got your little connector that goes on here, and then this sits over top, and this just sits in the housing, and then this actually, get my camera here, and then this actually turns and locks it in there. So these are HB1 904s. I'm going to set them off to the side. If these ones are brighter than the Amazon one, I'm just going to go ahead and reuse that. So looks like we got some 10mm bolts, and I have the perfect tool for that. All right, so I picked up this bad boy and haven't been able to use it. It's a AC Delco electric impact wrench, and I have not been able to use it on anything. So this will be, go ahead and loosen them up. Drive them right out. Look at that. Don't know how much room I'll have. Look at that. That's 2 of 3. And then this one's going to be very hard to get to down there. Can't get on that one. Take off the extension. Alright, look at that. There'll be a link to this on Amazon as well. So now we got, so on the Dodgers, instead of having the screw holes on the front of the light to adjust, the Dodge has them up here on the very end of the core support, and then it's on a little flexible cable that goes down so that you don't have to try to get to them. So I'm not sure how those come off. Let's check our new one. So this one looks like our right side or left side. I should have kept them in the box. This one is our right side. This one is actually our left side. And it looks like maybe there's a little snap ring or something that goes on there. Let's see. I don't really see a clip a little bit on there, so. So let's try not to break them, but I think it just kind of snap off there. Yep. And this one's a little bit more complicated. I don't know if it'll go through there or not. Too tight there. There we go. I should have taken the bezels off. Yep, not enough clearance, so we are going to have to remove the bezel. So I'll get back to you. Alright, there's a few screws in the front bezel here, and then a couple under the bumper, and then you got to kind of pull the bottom turn signal connector out, and then you can pry this over and up and clear your headlight. So here is the difference. This is the new one. This is the old one. Yeah, I know. So what we're going to do is set this one kind of pretty close there. Make sure everything lines up. And check our bulb wattage. This one's got a smaller clip on it. Here's the original one. Here's the aftermarket. Much smaller, which is nicer because this gets in the way of getting that connector off. So in the future, that should help us out quite a bit there. Then these are, this one's a Wagner. This one is 6545 watt, and probably can't see it, but it says DOT on there. So take this here and try to squeeze it back down in between there. And hopefully go ahead, finish putting our light in there. Then we can take the background. I hit a deer with this side when I first got the truck, so it doesn't exactly fit where it was supposed to fit. So then what we do is carefully put our nuts back on here, and then also turn signal. Turn signal back in there. I'm going to put these in the front just to hold it there. We got those on there that are not started. The threads are super clean, so they go on really easy. I'm just gonna bump this. Gonna bump them. These are plastic, so remove all the wires. flops around a little bit, but and we gotta get on here. We're gonna put our little connector on there. Not sure how I'm supposed to line these up. That one. Something like that. So did that one. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and put over foot on there. And then we're going to plug that in. Okay, this side's done. I'm going to go ahead and put the battery back in there. So this back out of the way. Now we're just going to set this on there and pull our light out. I'm going to shut the light off. I think we're still yellow, but pretty bright. So we're going to go ahead and switch the other side, and then we'll come back and adjust these. So on this side, I had a stud that broke loose out of the housing because they're just mold-in type. So I had to get something to hold that and then screw it off. And I got this little vacuum canister down here in the corner. There's a bolt on the inside of the fender, in the fender well, that loosens up one side, and there's another little bolt that loosens that up, and then you can move that out of the way. So go ahead and get the solar installed and put back together. Also, there's more clearance on this side of the bumper between the bumper and the bezel because I hit the deer on that side. So it's a lot easier on this side. Okay, got both in them. Uses these right here to adjust. I got a big battery in this thing, so I'm not too worried about my battery dying really fast. So check the old ones to verify. So pretty much in the same spot. This one looks like it's about here. This one looks like it's about, here. And we took them off, but not to say that's not correct. So these actually move quite a bit, so I can see the center. There's a tool that you can get for these things. I'm just showing you how you got all this light, but when I actually move the headlight, I can see a distinct center of it. So I already know that one's got to go left. So we go left. It should be the bottom one, which should be the left-hand side of the adjuster. Or when you're looking at it, it should be the left hand. So I don't know if these are actually going to let me do it or not. Okay, I got us left. Now I'm gonna move over here. Sorry, my camera skills suck right now. So this side should be the right side, which is at the bottom. All I gotta do, this one is not engaged. Okay, we're going the wrong way. I'll bring that back. And then this one here, the other side is your up and down. So I'm going to bring that up. So we started, we were here. I got us to our blue mark, and then I brought it up to match this one. This one here was the same height, but it was to the right. I moved it to the left. This is our low beam. Now we want to switch to high beam. So now you can see this one stops about there. It's the same ball, but seeing as my high beam's a little high on that one, I think I'm going to move it back down just a little bit. So it's not going to be perfect. When you hit bumps, you're going to want to move. This one is actually completely out. This one's completely out of the socket. It's probably because I hit that deer. So what I'm talking about is the headlight is overlapping the grill quite a bit. It needs to come back in. So we're still where we need to be, but I'm going to bring it back to the right. That way the headlight's not sticking out so far. And we won't know until we actually drive this thing. But there we go. Now when I look at these lights, they actually blind me quite a bit. Alright, so my camera skills aren't always the best because I'm by myself, but you can see that headlight there. How far this sticks out? Well, that was way out here. So looking at it, even though it's pointing right there, I think it's probably going to be over there when I'm driving down the road. Because the closer you are to where you're adjusting, as your distance increases, because obviously we're not going to drive down the road looking at this. When you drive down the road, you want it to extend. So the farther it extends, the more it can move. This one is about flush here, but the truck looks a lot nicer, looks a lot brighter. You can still see there's a big gap here, but like I said, I whacked that deer about there, and that was about the only thing it did to the truck other than just crack the old plastic, and that was years ago. So all right, so that's all I got for this one. So thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I just work on my own stuff. Nobody else has to drive it, take care of it, so not too worried about it. I'll leave those links in the description. Make sure you check those out. So thanks for watching this one. Catch you next time.